Revenge films.
My name is Maria. I've been doing my best in life with my 5-year-old daughter until now. I got a divorce with my husband when I was pregnant with my daughter, Sally. The reason was because he cheated on me. Back then, I was betrayed by my husband when I was about to give birth, and I was in despair, hitting rock bottom in life. But thanks to Sally, I was able to work hard to this point. I told Sally about something I had in mind. Hey, Sally, would you be happy if you're getting a dad?
Huh? Dad? I'm so happy! Are you gonna get married to Mr. Neal?
Yes, he proposed to me.
Yay! I love Mr. Neal!
I've always lived as a single mother, but I met a gentleman called Mr. Neal a year ago, started dating him, and he proposed to me the other day. While we dated, Sally had also seen him several times, and they were very close. I got a divorce while I was still pregnant with Sally, so it was basically Sally's first time to have a dad, and I could see that she was very excited.
Hey, does that mean that I can tell everyone about it?
Maybe we should wait a little more. I think it's better if we inform everyone after we officially get married.
Okay, I'm so excited, so hurry up and get married, Mom!
I knew that my daughter wanted to brag about her dad as soon as possible. I bet she's been feeling uncomfortable a lot because everyone at her kindergarten has a dad. But I knew that the reason nowadays was because of the influence of Miley's mom and her friends. Miley was a girl who goes to the same kindergarten as my daughter, but with her mom,
Sally is the only one who doesn't have a dad.
She would say things like that. I think parents would normally scold their child when they say something like that, but Miley's mom would join in and say, "Right, maybe her mom got divorced because she did something bad." Hey, aren't you being a bit too rude? You don't know anything about us. Oh, if you're getting mad because I pointed that out, I bet you must be the reason why you got a divorce. I could handle it if they only said things about me, but I honestly was pissed off by them saying these things to my daughter, who was still in kindergarten. So I knew my daughter wanted to tell everyone about her dad as soon as possible. Although we've already decided to get married, we still haven't turned in the papers, so I bet she'd point out things like our last names not changing yet, and I thought my daughter might feel even more hurt being told these things. Fortunately, my daughter was a good girl, so I felt relieved when she agreed to wait a little more. One day, when I went to the kindergarten with my new car, I found a huge dent on the door when my daughter and I were away for a short while. Huh? What happened? When I stood there in shock, Miley's mom approached from behind as she giggled. Oh, what a huge dent. Oh, it looks terrible now. These things happen because you ride new cars despite being poor. Oh, what a pity, she said to me. How dare someone make a dent in my car at a kindergarten parking lot? The person definitely had bad intentions and used a rock or something. I instantly got suspicious of Miley's mom, but it was true that I didn't have any evidence. After that, I had no other choice but to get it fixed. They told me that it's going to take around a week to get it fixed, but they had no extra cars available that they could let me borrow, so I borrowed my mom's car for a while. But not everything was bad. I submitted the papers with my boyfriend, and we finally got married. My daughter quickly came up to ask me whether she can tell everyone, so when I nodded yes, she went to tell all her friends, looking excited. One day, when I didn't know what to do after my mom told me that she was going to use her car today, my darling agreed to let me borrow his car, so I decided to use his instead to go to the kindergarten. When I came back to the car after taking my daughter to her classroom, I saw someone standing near his car. When I approached, I found Miley's mom there. How dare a poor woman like her ride such an expensive car? So irritating. I'll make her learn a lesson. As she said so, she thumped a rock hard into his car. What are you doing? I knew it was you who dented my car the other day. It's because you ride such an expensive car despite being broke. You don't deserve it. How could you do something like this? I'm gonna sue you. Huh? Who do you think my husband is? I'm the wife of the department head working at Sukat Corp, the large company. Something so small like this, I can pretend like nothing happened. What if this car is owned by the CEO of Sukat Corp? Huh? What are you saying? Who would ever believe that lie? Then I'll call him right now as proof. I can also call your husband, too. When I said so, she looked worried, wondering if what I said was true, but she quickly went pale after I started giving a call. Within 10 minutes, my darling and her husband arrived.
What is this? Did you do this?
No, this is... Yes, she's the one who did it. Actually, this isn't her first time, and now I'm getting my car fixed after she did the same thing to my car. When I told him about it, he let me borrow his car. Her husband went very pale.
I'm very sorry, sir. Please forgive us, please.
He apologized to us, begging on his knees. When she saw her husband do so, she finally seemed to understand how big of a deal it was, and she also bowed down. I'm sorry, she apologized. My darling looked relieved that she didn't hurt me, more than feeling sad that his car got scratched. After that, Miley's mom was taken home by her husband as he yelled at her, but I heard a rumor that he divorced her a few days later. It looks like her husband has been warning her to stop spending money so extravagantly. Plus, she had too much pride in herself, so she would attack those who had a lower status than her and cause a lot of trouble. But considering his position at work, he endured her because he was scared that his image would be ruined if he got a divorce. But he finally divorced her, having had enough of her. And it seems like her husband's family adopted Miley. Well, it should be better for her to be separated from someone like her, and she'll get to receive proper education if she stays with her dad, who has common sense. It looks like the husband was very diligent with his work, so my darling didn't push him too much. But instead, he made Miley's mom pay compensation money. Well, his expensive car was dented all over the place. She was hitting the car so fiercely, my car was nothing compared to that. It was the same for my car, but his car was one of the few in the country, so the price to get it fixed was a surprisingly large amount. Her ex-husband is also asking for compensation money, so I heard that she's literally hopeless. Serves her right, though. She used to live in a high-rise condominium because her husband was the department head of a large corporation, but she was kicked out, and now she lives in a small one-room apartment, working part-time shifts, wearing worn-out clothes. But I bet 15 years of this kind of miserable life won't even be enough to pay all her money back. By the way, I started my life anew with my darling and daughter. I guess my daughter was very happy about having a dad after living her whole life with just the two of us. So she always asks her dad to play with her or cuddle her, and he loves being asked that as well. When I married him, I thought his parents would disapprove of marrying a woman who got a divorce once and already had a child. But his parents are very kind and adore Sally as well. Miley's mom really gave me headaches, but now I never have to see her kindergarten anymore, so I guess all's well if it ends well.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.